Alright, I told you I was going to do it, and here it is. Today, I'm going to make what I call Beretta Elite Mild Mints. This is a new combination I started using for my roll your own cigarettes. Saves you some money, gives you something to do, keeps you occupied when you're living here. Now, what I'm using are these black filtered tubes that I picked up at a local tobacco shop. This is what they look like. The white paper, and they actually have what they call, it's chlorine-free paper, and they have micro perforations. How well you can see it, I apologize for the camera quality, but they have three little ice blue stripes on the black filter. Typical filter on the inside, just black on the outside, I guess, for visual effect. They're called Beretta Elites, and they are king size. 17 millimeter filter. So I use one of those. And the tobacco I picked up is OHM. It is classified pipe tobacco for tax purposes, and it is the mild mint. And I'm over halfway through the bag, but yeah, it's okay. So what I have is a little top king size cigarette roller. It just makes one at a time. It's a little cheap guy, $5.50. Do it nothing big, nothing special. I'm gonna try to do this so that y'all can see. It's not gonna work. I apologize for that. So it's your typical, little cheapo cigarette roller. You just put the tobacco in the top. You have a little purple tamper. You can tamp it down. Now, I've gotten a lot better at doing this over the years. I used to suck at doing this. It used to take me 3 or 4 attempts just to make one single cigarette. And when I got it right, it took me a long time to get that one rolled. But I've learned a few tricks, and with the help of my wife, I've gotten this down pretty good. Still takes me a couple of minutes, but I'm just trying to do it right. Alright, and your tobacco will be in there like this. And if you can see it, fold this over until it clicks into place. You just pull straight back. Now, I filled this a little much, but that's okay. You'll see what I do for that here in a minute. But this is what it looks like when you pull it back, and the little tongue that's in there will put the tobacco inside the filter. Push it back, I lift it up. Now what I use is a little Q-tip, and that just sort of use that as a plunger to get in here as I'm removing the freshly rolled cigarette. I can't talk right this morning. Gather up any of the debris, sort of stick it in there in the top. And I'll use this, tamp it down a little bit. And then what I like to do to make sure the tobacco goes the entire way down, now these do a really good job of that, so I don't really have too much of an issue, but I'll still do this a few times and drop it. Then you just make sure that there's not any space between the tobacco and the filter. I hate that. Then you'll see how it packed down a little bit. Then I just use the tamper on the end like this. Fold it over. I'll show you the end product here in a second. And this is what I do at the end. Basically, I mean, you don't really have to do this if you roll it just to smoke it then and there. This is more of a little trick if you're keeping them in packs. You just sort of stick them down the pack. That way your tobacco doesn't fall out the end when it's jostling around in your pocket or whatever, whatever. But smells nice, a little minty. Not too bad though. It is called mild mint. They did have a full mint one, but it was in such a small bag. I really didn't see the economics of buying a bunch of the little bags, because if I would have bought enough of those to equal one of this, it would have cost a lot more. So I'll just wait to get the full mint when they get the 6-ounce bags like this. Now I've gotten this down pretty good. Now, I like to really seal it tight so that the air doesn't get in there and stale up your tobacco. But I still have a decent amount in here. I could make a few more packs if I wanted. But if you're running on a budget, maybe hell, bills are due or you just paid all your bills, you don't got a lot of money left. This is something you can do to keep yourself supplied with smokes until you can get something like like what I get, Marlboro Smooth, or my wife does the Marlboro Black Menthol 100s, which of course are going to be a little better than this. But this is something you gotta experiment, mix, use different combinations, get something you like, find it, and I think I found something I really like. Now, like I said, they only come in king size. Maybe other places have these Beretta Elites in 100 millimeter, but so far all I've been able to find are the king size. But that's okay with me. I mean, they're a little, when they come out, they're a little thicker in diameter than your typical, store-bought cigarette. Now, I don't know how much extra tobacco that gives me in this than another regular king size cigarette. I don't know, but they work for me. And the perforations are there. They're very small, very hard to see. You probably can't see it. Try this. Yeah, it's an exercise in futility. This is just a little phone camera. I am going to get a better vlogging camera to do videos like this, but this is all I can afford right now, so you'll have to give me a pass for now. So I'm going to light it. Just drawing on it before I light it, nothing really, but I think that has more to do with the fact that these are roll your own filters, and not like when you pull out of a pack and you can give a dry draw on it and you get some flavor. Don't really get any flavor doing it with this, but I'm going to go ahead and light it up. Maybe I should get a lighter with a little more fluid in it. But they light nice. They don't burn 100%, like I said, like a regular cigarette would, but it is what it is for what it is. Now, this tobacco is classified as a mild mint, and it is mild. You won't notice a hardcore menthol or mint flavor with this, but I don't like a hardcore menthol flavor. Mint is something I really like. I love mint flavor, and the mint flavor you get with this is very, very subtle, but it is there. Nice easy draw. It's not overly, now I pack this tight, mind you, but you don't have to really work when you inhale. Of course, that lighter didn't light the damn thing, right? So, I don't know if I can say that word on here. Apocalypse. There we go. A little bit better. There we go. A little bit better than it was. Nice, smooth, mild. Doesn't put off a lot of smoke like a regular cigarette would. Good morning. But that's okay. She's at school, bud. And to go in there till I'm done. I'm smoking a cigarette.
Here's a computer.
Now you can take it with you over there. Here, I'll take those. Smoke it over here. My son woke up. Not a lot of papery flavor or smell to it. Other filters that I've used, you've gotten really nasty paper hint or flavor, and these don't have that. I like that. Maybe that's why they're called Elite. I don't know. The other Berettas tubes they had did not have Elite, and it just had little, I think it had white stripes here instead of the blue ones that kind of distinguish the tube from each other. They didn't have those micro perforations, they're special perforations. So I don't know if maybe they would taste a little bit different or if they burn differently. I mean, I haven't tried them yet, so. You definitely know you're smoking a roll your own cigarette, but I like them. I mean, they're not horrible, and they're not going to choke you out with other flavors mixed in that interferes with the tobacco. And I'd also like to point out that these filters are not menthol flavored. They do not have any kind of menthol flavoring to them whatsoever. Nothing extra. They're just plain old filters. Very pleasant. I like them. Get a nice little nicotine hit with this. Maybe not as much as your store-bought cigarettes that are all pre-rolled cigarettes, but still you still get that sensation. And I experimented with this combination just because, like I said before, when you're in between paychecks and you just paid off some bills and stuff, it gets kind of rough and things like that. And I'm just starting work up here back again soon from being hurt, but that's a different story for a different time. And one thing I like about these, typically when I have a king size cigarette, the dang things only last you 2 or 3 minutes, especially if you're someone like me who puffs a lot. I'm not one of these people you'll see just sitting here like this for 2 or 3 minutes without taking a draw. I like to be getting the benefit of the tobacco and not just sitting here like this and letting it burn off. I never understood people doing that. Sometimes I see people smoke, they'll light up 100, and they'll take 2 draws on the dang thing and before it's over. And it's like, what are you doing? You're wasting tobacco and money. Definitely, when you exhale, there's a very slight coolness on the end of the end of your nostrils, or when the tip of your tongue and your lips as you exhale. That's the mint. Like I said, the mint doesn't overpower anything in this. And I don't know if that's because it's mild. I don't know if the regular full strength mint would be different, but I'm going to try it. I like mint as long as it's not too mentally, is that even a word? I don't mind it. I've had menthol cigarettes in the past where you break open that pack and you take that full seal out of there, and before you even light the thing up, the menthol is so strong, you feel like you got one of them dang cough drops in your mouth, and it takes away from the tobacco too much, and it burns the back of my throat, to be honest, when I have a menthol cigarette that's too strong. See, now this video is like 14 minutes. I know, of course, the first few minutes was me actually making the cigarette, but they don't burn fast, and I like that. It gives you a chance to actually enjoy the cigarette and have a nice smoke. Well, now these 3 little black stripes on here, I really don't know what the purpose of that was. I guess it's just to make them look more fancy. I don't know, maybe somebody knows. And now I'm looking at myself in here, man, I really need a shave, I'll tell you what. But it's cold right now, so whatever. another thing I look for when I'm smoking a cigarette, and especially with these roll your owns, I come across this problem. You're one of those people, you're typing or you're doing something and you have it in your mouth. The smoke isn't going in your eyes. It's not burning your eyes. See, and like I said, I'm not sure if mild means that it's a light tobacco or if that just means there's less mint flavor in it. I really don't know. It doesn't say. Other than just mild, it doesn't say anything on here about the composition of this stuff. Intercontinental Trading USA. Never heard of them, but I like the tobacco so far. And if you have any suggestions on different smokes that I could do reviews on and try out, please let me know down in the comments section, and I'll see what I can do. I know that there's a website, siggyworld.com. They have a lot of stuff that you can't find in stores here in the United States, and some of them look really interesting. I might actually give some of them a try. The further I get down, pretty much the same nice mild mint flavor, truth in advertising, and it's just a nice little flavor. If you're someone who maybe, well, I'm not really a big mint or menthol fan, this isn't going to bother you. Most likely, my wife does not like mint, and I rolled one of these for her a couple days ago, and she tried it, and she said they're actually not too bad. So now, if she's low on cigarettes in one of her packs, she'll ask me to roll a few of these for her. That way, she doesn't go through hers quite as quick. And if she can tolerate this mint, anybody can tolerate this mint. Trust me on that one. And I would definitely say, if you've ever tried the Marlboro Smooth and the Marlboro Black Menthol 100s, they are kind of a cross between the two. I would say put it somewhere in the middle if you're going to put these two here, because the Smooths are really strong with mint. And it's not menthol flavor, it's mint. And then, of course, the Black Menthols, they're menthol. But this is somewhere in between. If you wanted to compare what I've made here to anything else, that's what I would compare it to. My only complaint about these filters, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, I'm going to burn myself, I know it, is the paper around the filter. There, you can see it. The paper around the filter tends to separate itself from the inner part of the filter. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that really doesn't have the quality of it, but I don't like that. It feels weird when I'm holding it. I don't know. I just don't like that aspect of it. But everything else I'm perfectly fine with. I think they're great. And like I said before, my other videos, I always like to smoke this down to the ends. Not one of these people where you see this and I gotta mash it out. It's done. It's not done. You still have about 2 or 3 good puffs of this thing left. Of course, you take a nice big draw like that, then you don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this thing off and give my final thoughts on it. And now, you see, now that I am down to the bottom of it, smoking it, you will see the paper of it is separating from the inner parts of the filter. So if you don't like that, maybe you want to try something else. That's where I'm going to end it. Making these things from a scale of 1 to 5, 3.5. It's definitely something that you can employ if you don't, like I said, you run a little on cash, just paid some bills, and oh man, I gotta buy a pack of cigarettes. And where I'm at, close to $8 a pack. This cost me $6.99 for this 6-ounce bag of tobacco. These were $2.99, and there are 200 of these filters in here. So you got 200 cigarettes you can make, and I would say you need at least 2 bags of this to make all these. And like I said, this costs about $5.50, and it comes with a little tamper and the nozzle that you can remove. I'm not gonna do it, but this little nozzle here, it comes with an extra nozzle just in case something happens to this one. It's got felt in the bottom so it sticks to the table, so you're not sliding over the place when you're trying to push the tobacco into the filter. I like them. I think they're good. They're definitely not your pre-rolled store-bought, but they're still pretty decent. I'll definitely do some more. Now, I just got done smoking the last of these little guys. I only paid like $1.30 for this, and they're just little cheap old cigars. Didn't get a chance to review those. I guess I'll do that next time I pick a pack of those up, if I ever do again. But anyway, let me know what y'all think. What kind of combinations do you guys use? What would you like to see me review in the future? And let me know.